Our mission is not over yet.
I like this already.
Go! Now there's a sight!
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
Guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and welcome to my The Bad Batch Season 3 Episode 5 preview video. You guys just watched the brand new teaser, or TV spot much rather, for Season 3 of The Bad Batch. I can't really say if that actually includes any new footage for the upcoming episode, Episode 5, but nonetheless, we are going to be discussing just about everything that we know about the upcoming episode. Of course, we're going to go ahead and hop right on into it. Before we do though, however, grab the subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so now that Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 3 is officially underway, here's when audiences can expect from Episode 5 and its remaining episodes on Disney Plus here as well, moving forward. The third and final season of the Clone Wars spin-off had debuted on February 21st, with a rave of reviews, all positive, and revealing 3-episode premiere as well. Following Episode 4's solo release on Wednesday, February 28th last week, The Bad Batch Season 3's schedule appears to be more locked in as the Star Wars story hurtles towards its conclusion. The obvious, of course, of that the previous episode, Episode 4, left us with a bit of a cliffhanger, Wrecker looking pretty angry, same for Hunter at Crosshair after both Omega and Crosshair have now reunited with the rest of the Bad Batch here. Disney Plus has confirmed the release date for Episode 5 of The Bad Batch Season 3. Specifically, of course, that there at the time recording and publishing this video comes out tomorrow. It is going to be titled The Return and will be available to stream on Disney Plus on Wednesday, March 6th at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subsequent Season 3 episodes will also be released on Wednesday at the same time at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next foreseeable future, every single Wednesday up until May 1st. I really do think that the Bad Batch's Episode 5 is going to have a lot of conflict within the actual squad itself. For one, taking a look at that and discussing a bit about that before we continue on here and look at the rest of the future episodes. Some of my own thoughts and opinions and theories, and kind of for what I'm anticipating to see and expecting to see with the Bad Batch's newest episode. Of course, let me know what you guys are all thinking in the comments down below. I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions and theories in the comments down below for the Bad Batch Season 3 and its newest episodes, but I think there's going to be a lot of reworking and inner workings and inner conflict going on essentially within the squad itself of the Bad Batch. Now that Crosshair seems to be kind of thrown back into the mix of things, he's away from the Empire. Where else is he going to go? He's definitely not going to go crawling back to the Empire like he did last time that he found himself in this situation, with that opportunity to rejoin his brothers at the end of Season 1. So, also noting of how this episode is titled The Return, who is that in reference to? Who is exactly returning? And I think that is very clear-cut, supposed to be the resemblance of Crosshair returning to the original Bad Batch squad, and finally kind of getting back to his brothers. But I think that there's those inner workings there as well, and that this title, The Return, also has its references to other characters making a return within the show itself. I think the two biggest ones out there for as of right now is Commander Cody and Asajj Ventress, making their returns within a galaxy far, far away, returning to their stories here as well for the Bad Batch Season 3, Episode 5. Now, the Return, thinking about it, title also may have reference to another two characters that would promptly make their returns to the rest of the squad. For one, I think Echo and Rex and that whole little clone rebellion pocket kind of floating around out there doing these crazy little rebellious missions, essentially freeing clones from the Empire, could make some type of return within this episode. However, I'm going to throw it out there, and I have discussed this a number of times here on the channel in and out of our Bad Batch videos, of that could this be the first hint at the return of Tech? coming back to the Bad Batch show. Seemingly, after he had died and fell to his death at the end of season 2 in the finale, there's been a lot of fan theories floating around and speculating that he isn't actually dead. He pulled what is called a Winter Soldier, essentially, in reference to Marvel. If you're a Marvel fan, we have our Marvel channel linked in the description down below. The Winter Soldier, or Bucky Barnes, falls off of a train and seemingly falls to his death, only to return a couple of movies later. So that could be the case. Very similar situation to Tech, essentially. You'd come back maybe as a bad guy, though, however, is kind of what the twist would be with that. I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but never say never. I think it could happen, and I hope that it would happen, hopefully by the end of season 3, or that at the very least we'd get more closure on Tech's character. Because thinking about it, these first 4 episodes, not that we've necessarily have had the chance to, nobody's really has said anything about Tech or what's happened with him at the end of season 2's finale. So now that Crosshair and Omega are back into the mix of things, maybe this could be the opportunity. This could be the spot. Thinking about it, I definitely don't think that Crosshair knows of Tech's supposed death at the end of season 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I really can't remember if Omega was also there to witness or, just confirm really that Tech had also seemingly fallen to his death at the end of season 2 in its finale. So thinking about that, that's also something that's going to be heavily probably discussed and kind of with those inner workings and inner conflict within the squad in this next episode of By Which we're all really looking forward to. They're kind of getting their footing now because this is exactly also as well for what the Batch has been doing for the last 6+ months, it seems, within the Star Wars canon timeline. It's just kind of floating around the galaxy, Wrecker and Hunter, looking for Omega, not knowing where she was at. And while Omega and Crosshair have been kind of doing the same, trapped on Mount Tantus as prisoners, kind of planning their escape all at the same time for the last 6 months. Like, this is everything that's been revolving with their life. Their lives have revolved around this mission. And now that that mission's complete, where do they go? I think an answer out there could be that they finally go off looking for answers on Tech and exactly with what went on with him, or they reunite with Rex and an Echo. From there, I think the possibilities are sort of endless, but there are, seeing that it's season 3, its 3rd and final season, they kind of have to make that choice a bit carefully, because whatever that choice is going to be, where their footing is going to go, essentially, like what's their next mission of what they decide to go do next, is going to be the main plot basis for the next couple of episodes, even at that, maybe until the end of the show. So hopefully they'll make it interesting. Of course, we'll have our initial reaction, initial thoughts video here on the channel, as well as our review and breakdown video here on the channel as well, sometime tomorrow or in the next couple of days for the Bad Batch's newest episode, episode 5, season 3. Guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions and theories in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.